Hello, good morning. It's Wendy. Maybe it's afternoon where you are or evening. It's actually afternoon where I am, and you'll probably be able to tell soon because you can see the sun coming through my west window here. So today I'm working on my altered book again, and I decided this time I'm going to use some papers and stuff in violet color. But what I did was I realized it was getting too front heavy, so I went through the book and tore out a lot of the pages so that it would come out kind of evenly. And this is going to be a fairly straightforward video. I'm going to be just using the things that I've chosen here. I've actually been out all day. I got my vaccination this morning for COVID-19, and I'm really glad about that. So that's one more thing out of the way. And I've got these old papers. Now, I don't remember where I found this one, and it's got a rough edge like this, which I think I actually cut that edge a lot like that along how the paper was, so that it would, look more authentic, which is kind of nice. So what I'm planning to do is cover up the printing on both of these pages with the vintage paper. So I'm going to just go ahead and do some of that. And how are you today? How is everybody? Where I am, it's still beautiful and warm, and for April, it's almost like summer, which is such a treat because when it's gloomy and rainy all the time, which it can be where I live here in the Pacific Northwest of North America, it kind of gets you down after a while. Let's just slide that on there. And this is it's in what language is this in? Polish or something. Can hardly tell because of the printing here. It's really tiny and a little bit fuzzy. Just gonna make sure this is good and pressed down. It's pretty lumpy on the previous pages that I've done, which is, to be expected. And of course it kind of bounces up, so that's why I'm clipping it as I go along here. So what I've decided to do is, I think I'll just go ahead and put this one in as well. And this looks a little bit like German, but I don't know. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. It came to me somehow, and if it came from you, I thank you, but I apologize for not remembering. It's really hard to keep track of everything, and I'm starting to figure out different ways of organizing all the papers and stuff. I'm kind of new to junk journaling and collage. I've done it years ago, not junk journaling, of course, because it's kind of a new practice. But collecting things in scrapbooks and whatnot is, of course, not new to my life. However, over the last several years, I've concentrated on other things like watercolors, painting watercolors, and writing books and helping other people write books and publishing and things like that, and also dealing with a lot of other stuff, business and family and good times and difficult times, and kind of normal life for most of us in one way or another. So let's just make sure that's down, really down well. And I've pulled out several of my little pieces here, ephemera pieces, with a lavender color in them. And I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to put them and how I'm going to arrange them, but I really like this to show. This page, of course, doesn't have all that much going for it as far as stuff to look at, but I thought I might make a pocket out of this little postcard because I love the lilacs on it. And then I've got this, so I could put that in there. But it seems a little bit on the bare side to me, so I don't know. I'm going to sort of figure that out as I go along, I guess. And then I've got this, which is really pretty, but covers up a lot of this background. So there's this is one option. And then I thought I would put a journal card, something like that, inside it. I don't know, maybe I'll do that rather than put it on this side, and then put this one over here. Anyway, let's go with that one. So I think I'll use this glue to get a nice line around the edge of this, and I want it to be on this side. I made this mistake before where I turn it over and then glue on the wrong end, and I'm not going to make that mistake this time. So this is my slow glue, and I didn't have it upside down, so it's going to take a minute to get out to where I want it to be. This is such a fun pastime to do. Like I said, I've never done a lot of it before because I've always been working, and you know, I raised kids and they were in ballet and sports, and then we moved and went to Europe and kind of started over when we came back to Canada. So, you know, lots of things happen. And right now we're at a stage in our lives, my husband and I, where we have little grandchildren who make us very happy. There, I'm going to actually stand that upside down this time. Now on this one, I think I'll do this as a journal card, and I'm going to put this rose on it, but first I want to put a backing on it, and I'm going to use this piece of paper that I took out of a planner from 2008, and I'm just going to draw around this and then cut it out and glue it on. So I need a pencil to start with. I have journaled for years in one thing or another, often in a sketchbook. I've used my sketchbook for business planning and for vacations, you know, traveling and drawing and sketching, painting, and making notes, and also just journaling thoughts and things like that. So now I will cut this out. This is kind of more than fussy cutting because it's actually precision cutting. You know what, I actually thought I was doing it a different way, which was gluing it on first then cutting around it. I wonder if I could get away with that at this point. I just matched those things up. Yes, I'm going to do that. I like that idea better. It seems a little bit easier than trying to match the shapes together once it's cut out. So the process to get the vaccination today was they had certain age groups in my province. So what you had to do was they would tell people, okay, this is your age group now that can go and get an appointment. So you have to register, and they assign you, or you get a choice of where you want to have your appointment and what time. But once it's booked up, it's one of those booking things online where once it's booked up, it's gone. And so you have to choose what's available. So in my own hometown, my husband did his a few hours before I did mine. He just said he was home that day. He said, "Oh wow, I can book my vaccination now, so I'm going to do that." And his is actually tomorrow in my own little town because they only have it a couple of days a week here. And I had to go to a different town, which was fine. It's only like a 20-minute drive away. But I ended up getting mine the day before he is to get his, so that was okay. but they were extremely well organized, which is nice to know. Anyway, they said, wear something with short sleeves, which I did, and arrive a few minutes early, which I did. I actually arrived about 20 minutes early. And then I had to fill out a form with, who I am and my healthcare number and my address and all that kind of stuff. And then another form about health. Did I have any allergies to certain things? And I do, actually. I'm allergic to anti-inflammatories. So I put that down, and they wanted to know if you've ever had anaphylaxis, which is a very severe allergic reaction to things. And I have. When I was younger, I had anaphylactic attacks, quite a few actually. Very life-threatening and very scary, and but I haven't had one for years and years, so I was able to say, this is, yes, I've had that, I know what it's like, I know what it's about, but it's been, a very long time. And so they asked me to stay, instead of 15 minutes after, just to see if everything would be okay, to stay half an hour, which was fine. I actually don't mind waiting unless I really have something pressing afterwards, but I didn't. And so I have had a book I've been reading on my Kindle, on my phone, so I just got caught up on that. There. That's really pretty. I love these old pictures. So this pops right in here. I feel like it needs something else, but I'm going to think about that a little bit more. Now, over here, I'm going to, let me see, I want to distress this first. Actually, I think I want to distress this as well. If you saw my last video, you will know that I said I should have a sign here that says, remember to distress the edges. Frequently I forget to distress the edges. And then I wish I had once I have it glued down. This seems to, it's not showing very much because the color is already quite dark. And it's curling a little bit because of the glue, so I just bend it back. And we'll just pop that in there. Now this one, because it's light, this is really going to show, which is nice. I almost ordered a bunch of colored ones of this Distress Oxide that I really would like to have, but when I went to pay for it, the shipping was like $30 and the order was only $35. So between the shipping and taxes, it actually doubled the cost, which I just went, I'm not doing that. I can live without this. So there you have it. It's unfortunate. And I know that you can ship for less than that because it was an in-Canada shipping. And I've shipped a lot of stuff myself. And I happen to know that you can easily ship for less than that. So this company was obviously adding more for fancier shipping or something. I just said, no, thank you. I'm just not going to participate in that. So I have yet to find a good source. Putting this off to the side just a little bit. And the glue is going to slide around. Make it slide around a little bit. I think I'll just leave it like that. Now I have these ones too. And this one. Let's see. I think I like that there. Let's get that out of the way here. And one of these birds here. I think that'll pretty much do it. I think this one is better. This one can pop in there. And it's not a fancy one today, I have to say. I just wanted to kind of touch base and get a little done. I'm working on finishing this altered book, and then I can offer it for sale. So if you're interested, please use the link below for Summer Bay Studio and get on my mailing list. I promise I do not harass anybody. I do 2 videos a week now and 2 newsletters. That's it. And they're short. And I just tell everybody about my video and what I've got new in my shop. And the shop is on my website. It's not an Etsy shop. I did consider that, but it just wasn't that good a fit for me. So I have my own, like I think it's because I've had my own store, and having a shop on someone else's platform makes me just a little bit nervous because they have a little bit too much control. Not that anything will necessarily go wrong, but if it does, sometimes you have no recourse. For example, on Pinterest, I had Pinterest shut down my entire account once. And I was like, what? They said it was a copyright infringement. And I had only ever reshared things, plus shared my own artwork, for crying out loud. And so I appealed it, and they went and looked at it and went, oh, oops, sorry. But in the meantime, I had to go through all that. So, that's my reasoning. Like I said, I have considered seriously doing an Etsy store. In fact, I actually have an account there, but oh, that looks so nice. But I decided it's not for me. Now, I want to do something else, and one of the things that I found here, now, before I go any further, I did this masterboard a couple of days ago in my last video. Here it is, and I photocopied it on this cream colored cardstock. And then I bought these stamps so that I could make my own little tags. And unfortunately, they came with to-do list and to and have a nice day, and yeah. So I just took some snippers and cut that stuff out because I didn't want it. But what I've done is just stamped on it with just plain old black ink that you'd use in an office. And on this card here, and I made my own stamps that have a bit of character. So I think I'll just cut one of these out. I'm sorry, I didn't make my own stamps. I made my own tags out of the stamps. I'm distracted by that guy roaring past in his noisy pickup truck. I live in a farming community, and there's, believe me, lots of pickup trucks. And some of them are pretty noisy, these young guys who want to have the noisiest muffler in town. Well, I think my neighbor wins. Anyway, now I want to poke a hole in that. And here's my little hole punch. This is going to be a little bit bigger hole than normal, but that's all right. Just make it like that. And actually, I think I'll just outline it. And these are frosty colored, but there, I think that works. I do have a black one somewhere, but I think I've got too much stuff piled on the case it's in, so. So I'm going to use one of these just for contrast. Does that go there? Or should I put it in there? And I don't think it goes there because this is too white against it. And I almost feel like it needs to to dangle. Needs a bit of ribbon or something. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. I bought this the other day. I like that one. Yeah, I was in a dollar store. I think I've mentioned before that there's really no craft stores around us, but the dollar stores have an interesting collection of stuff, oddly enough. Let's get this tape off here. Or I can just cut it off. I think I'll cut this in a V. And I don't think I'll tie it in a knot. I'm just going to loop it through. Come on. My husband and I have been watching videos of Death in Paradise, which I think is filmed on the island of Guadeloupe in the Caribbean. It's so gorgeous. And they've got such beautiful shots panning the island and the beaches, and oh my goodness. And of course now, when we can't go anywhere and the borders are closed and COVID is so on the loose that it's, the government is saying don't go anywhere, which is, it's kind of discouraging because we've been through so much of this and so long, and just when you think, well, it should be getting better now, it's not. I'm looking for something that I can tack that down with. That, oh wait, I think I have it. Look at this. I came across these in my things the other day. And I think I'll use this. Look how well that goes with the background of this girl. Now, I wonder if I can put that through the ribbon without it being problematic. I wonder if it will even go through. I need my awl. This is my all in all. Oh, that works splendidly. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. It's so cute. Now, I also need to make a hole here. It'll go through there, but that's okay because I'll figure out a way to camouflage it when the time comes. So let's put this right through here. Like that. And then we'll tuck this in here like that. And this up and down and just lay that down good and hard, really firmly. How cute is that? That is so fun. Now I almost feel like it needs another little something. This is nice in here. Doesn't really need anything there. But I have this ribbon. I wonder if it would be overkill if I put another piece on here. I do like the idea of making it just like a tab. Let's see what else I've got for my little things that are good with the color. That's nice. These tiny pieces. Oh, wait. Roses are red, violets are blue. I think I'll use those. And yes, I will put a little bit more ribbon. And I think I'll use the same one and just have a little piece like that. Actually, a little bit shorter. That sticks out the top of the book. So again, I'm going to cut it in a V like this. And about here. Oh, this way. Oh, that wasn't a very straight V. Kind of twisted on me. Let's try it again, shall we? Now then, put that across it. Yep. Or just here. I think I like it down better. My camera ran out of space or something, but it stopped and it doesn't tell me, and I'm not looking at it obviously because I'm looking at what I'm doing. Anyway, I think we're done this now, but there's our pages. Aren't they pretty? I love the lavender. Whoops, which way am I going here? I think this can go a little bit more like that. We've got that piece. We've got this piece where you can journal. We've got this piece with lines on it. And all that soft lavender. I like it. I like it. And I hope you liked it too. I like it, and I hope you liked it too. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you come along with me, and I'll see you next time.